that series, that is the LA Lakers, the real Lakers of Los Angeles, and the Golden State Warriors. I think this series also starts with Curry. Who the heck are can the Lakers have defend Steph Curry effectively in the series? No one actually can stop Steph Curry, right? That doesn't happen. But like you look at the two dominant historical NBA players coming into this series, it is LeBron James, it is Stephen Curry. On the Warriors side, you have Wiggins and Draymond that will spend a ton of time guarding LeBron. That is just what's going to happen. It's funny that like LeBron's like new the rivalry is now Dylan Brooks. He just got past it. Now his old one's back, but those guys are like friends now, and they're in the same agency. Funny how time just like heals stuff, but I don't suspect like we'll be seeing Dylan Brooks on the shop anytime soon.
No, you don't think so?
Don't think so. Would watch though personally. And then on the other side, it's like okay, is Reeves gonna draw Curry at first? Like, is Schroeder like? I don't like any of these options, if I'm being entirely honest. And that leads me to just inherently favor Golden State coming into this series.
Here's my question, though. Did you like Herter or Fox or Terrence Davis against Curry? I mean, no, right?
No.
And like that series still went 7 games. So I think Curry is, without a doubt, in the echelon of you're never going to stop him. You got to do what you do great to mitigate it. I think Schroeder probably is my favorite option. I don't think that they'll start him in game 1. I think that would be an overreaction. But so you're probably right that it's Reeves in the starting lineup initially. Maybe you have Draymond. Maybe you have Vanderbilt on Draymond, and then you can switch that, and you don't hate the idea of Vanderbilt on Curry either, but you don't want that to be your starting matchup. So that's probably what they'll do, and then Schroeder in some of the other lineups, maybe Schroeder closes games if he has success. So I think you're right. Trying to figure out how you match up with that, somebody who can be small enough to chase screens, not foul, stay on the court offensively so you can actually keep him there, which is the Vanderbilt issue. That all I think you have to be thinking about. The LeBron part, to me, my biggest question there is he just pacing himself, or is this what he is? And can the rest advantage help? Can the rest advantage of not only heading into game 1, but having a generally easier first-round series? LeBron didn't have to do a lot in the first round, even when the Lakers did have some tough games. Can that help? And again, was that him pacing himself, or did he just get lucky that the team was good enough to get him across the finish line, and then can he hit the gas now? I think that's what we're all kind of wondering, and I lean toward this is just what he is.
Well, I think the key to this series for the Lakers is LeBron is going to need to be able to get downhill a ton and able to attack and hunt. And there are guys he can do that against. He can do that against Steph. He's done it in the past, and he will do it again. He can do it against Poole. He can do it against basically anyone that isn't Draymond and Looney. Like, he'll do it against Clay, like especially this version of Clay. He will do it against Gary Payton II. He will do it against Moses Moody. Like, he will do it against everyone on this team that is not Draymond Green, is not Andrew Wiggins, and is not Kevon Looney. But if the burst isn't there, then this becomes like, is he just settling? Like, if it's jumper LeBron, then the Lakers, like, they're one of the best ways for them to manufacture good offense is just off the board. And that's just the reality. That is just one of the problems that they're going to face inherently structurally in this series. That puts more pressure on AD. That puts more pressure on Reeves to just kind of keep pulling these like miraculous games out of his bag. And you need offense from Schroeder. Like, you need Vanderbilt to hit some shots on the edge. Like, if LeBron was healthy, I think I would probably favor the Lakers in this series because of like some of the stuff he could do. But like, that's just not where it just didn't feel like that's where we're at. And it's and look, and like in there's like a basketball fan context, Brendon, that bums me out because like we're only gonna get this, like, for all we know, this is the last time we see LeBron and Curry like play each other in playoffs. So we don't know what the future's gonna hold.
You gotta think it's that, right? I mean, even if they make it again, the idea of them getting matched up, it felt unthinkable we would ever get it again before now. So this is gonna be a big time marquee show. I know that Kings fans don't love to hear that. I know that maybe some basketball fans don't like that. I think the Kings are better than the Lakers, right? So in a lot of ways, the way the seeding broke down, it just really screwed Sacramento over. But this is going to be a ratings bonanza. This is going to get the average fan's attention. This is going to be one that gets put into the history books in one way or another. Even if it's not close, it'll tell us something, and it'll be this sort of last duel between two people that not only are legends, but have a long history against one another. You mentioned it with LeBron and Draymond, and there's all sorts of things that are going to be kind of coming back up here. But to jump off of what you were talking about from a little bit of an X's and O's standpoint there, the question, the way that I sort of am framing it in my head is which team's big lineup can score better in the half court? I have some numbers for you on this. Are you ready?
Okay, hit me. Yeah, let's go. Love
Warriors
numbers.
half court offense with Looney on the court in the playoffs before today. Because today, with his offensive rebounding, I'm sure it went a lot up. So I'm not trying to discount that, but I think that was a little bit of an outlier. So before today, Warriors half court offense, Kevon Looney on the court. 8 points worse than their usual mark in the playoffs. So him being out there sucked their offense dry. Jared Vanderbilt for the Lakers, when he's on the court, which is also their starting lineup, also their big lineup that kind of helps AD not have to be a center in the same way that Looney helps Draymond not have to be a center. The Lakers' half-court offense with Vanderbilt on the court is 14.2 points worse per 100 possessions. So I think which one of the teams can make that work better is going to go a long way in determining who wins, because I don't think either team has a consistent small lineup that they trust right now. With the Warriors' limitations, all the guys you just listed off who didn't even really get a real role in this Game 7 because they were unreliable. And on the Lakers side, we know who the candidates are, but if it's Russell or Beasley, they're not going to be able to guard what the Warriors do. You could imagine them really being lost defensively a lot. And then Rui, he's a guy who was on a bad team until like 3 months ago and has never played meaningful basketball in his career outside of Tennessee or outside of Gonzaga. And you don't know if he's going to make his threes still. You can't count on that to continue. So the small ball lineups are a big question. I think both teams would like to play big. It's just, can they score when they play big? And whichever one is able to most consistently, I think is going to have an upper hand in the series. To me, I lean the Warriors, especially with what we saw from Looney today.